Remember about the picture. These are generic characters through an ordinary story. Okay, next movie, and our next film is something I was really looking forward to. It's titled an Alan Smithee film, Burn, Hollywood, Burn. And a not-so-little explanation is required for that title. Alan Smithee is a fictitious name that was selected 28 years ago in Hollywood to stand in as the name of a director in the credits for a movie when the real director wanted his name taken off the film for any reason, usually because he was in conflict with the producer or the studio about how the film was being edited. The controversial screenwriter, Joe Esterhaas, a macho character who has scripted such films as Showgirls, Basic Instinct, and Jagged Edge, decided to vent his spleen against Hollywood by intentionally creating an Alan Smithee movie, just to show how badly writers and directors are treated. And he even creates a fictional director whose name is really Alan Smithee, played by Eric Idle. And here we see him go ballistic in an editing room.
It's awful. It's terrible. You've sodomized it.
Sodomized it? What the f*** you talking about? I don't do that stuff.
Please, James, I beg you. My name's on this movie.
Well, you know what? Take your name off it. You can use Alan Smithee.
Oh, I am Alan Smithee.
Yeah, you and hundreds of others.
Oh.
Alan Smithee is so angry with the studio, he decides to steal the final print of his movie, and that stuns his filmmaking colleagues. The Brothers, that's a funny name, played by rappers Coolio and Chuck D.
If we believe in film, and we do, then don't we have a responsibility to protect the world from bad ones?
Is the movie really that bad?
It's horrible. It's worse than Showgirls.
It's worse than Showgirls?
The story of Alan Smithee and his very bad movie gets him a spot on The Larry King Show.
I ended its suffering. I ended the suffering of others who would have had to watch it.
This was then a humanitarian gesture.
Please God, it was.
This is an inside Hollywood story, to be sure, and the more you know about the movie biz, the more jokes you will get. But I got most of them, and I still didn't laugh. Esterhaas set out to be so mean that he didn't write anyone we care about. Compare this film to the much superior Barton Fink by the Coen brothers, which was also about how creative types are treated in Hollywood. But Barton Fink, as a talent, meant something. As a character, he was interesting. Alan Smithee in this movie, by comparison, is a true non-entity.
Boy, I didn't laugh either, Gene, and I would also compare it to Robert Altman's great movie, The Player,
Sure.
which takes Hollywood and dices it up and slices it 3 different ways as compared to this film, which is just mean-spirited.
Exactly.
And also not at all interesting to watch even in the moment. It's done as kind of in the style of one of those tributes where somebody with a camera goes around to get everybody to say happy retirement to the boss or something. Everybody's looking straight at the camera. There's no character development. They tell the story in order. It's not only not funny, but it's boring and excruciating to sit through.
It's because Esterhaas is a private agenda. His anger got the best of him. He didn't have any satiric distance on this material. Coming up